Something strange happened after I became a father. I didn't stop caring about fitness, I didn't lose motivation, I didn't suddenly become too busy to train. But for the first time in my life, I wanted to leave the gym. And if you're like me who've spent years building your life around training, you'll understand how weird that feels. For years, fitness was one of the most important things in my life. I trained almost every day, sometimes 3 hours, sometimes more. And honestly, I love it. I love chasing progress. I love getting stronger, and I love trying to become the fittest version of myself. Then I became a father. And what surprised me wasn't that I had less time. It was that I wanted something different. For the first time in my life, there was somewhere I'd rather be than the gym. I think a lot of athletes go through seasons, and for a long time, mine was about performance. I wasn't married, I didn't have kids, and work wasn't as demanding as it is today. So naturally, most of my energy went toward training. Back then, fitness wasn't something I squeezed into my day. It was what my day revolved around. I wasn't just exercising, I was trying to become better. Every workout had a purpose. Every session felt like progress. Every week was another opportunity to improve. And because I had time and energy, I could fully immerse myself in it. I hardly missed training, and if I did, I'd feel anxious. Like I was falling behind. Like everyone else was improving while I wasn't. Looking back, I realized how much of my identity was tied to being an athlete. Not just someone who trained, an athlete. Someone constantly chasing the next level. When people talk about becoming a parent, they usually talk about having less time, less sleep, more responsibilities, more stress, and all of that is true. But that's not what surprised me. What surprised me was that I stopped wanting to spend all my free time training. I don't think I ever expected that. I expected being tired, I expected being busy, and I expected less recovery. What I didn't expect was wanting something else more. There would be days I'd finish training, and instead of thinking about what else I could do, I just wanted to go home. And not because I was exhausted, not because I hated training. I still love training, but home became more appealing, and that was new. Because for most of my adult life, if I had an extra hour, I would spend it in the gym. I think this was the biggest change. Not my schedule, not my workouts, my priorities. For years, fitness sat at the center. Everything else fit around it. Now it was different. Fitness still mattered a lot, but it wasn't the center anymore. And honestly, that was hard to accept at first, because when something's been part of your identity for so long, changing your relationship with it feels strange. You start wondering if you're becoming less disciplined, less committed, less serious. But I don't think that's what's happening here. I think I was just growing into a different season of life. The goal wasn't changing. I still wanted to be healthy, strong, capable, athletic, and sometimes win competitions. The reason behind it was changing. The way I trained before reflected my priorities. I do strength work, then a metcon, then accessories, sometimes multiple goals in one session. Pretty standard for competitive CrossFit. And it worked. But eventually I realized I didn't want a 2-hour training session anymore. And it's not because I couldn't do them, because I didn't want them. And that, for me, is a big difference. So I simplified everything. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I lift. Mostly Olympic weightlifting. Some strength work, some pull-ups, and some handstand push-ups. Simple, focused, done. Tuesday is usually a threshold run, about 50 minutes. Sometimes I'll throw in a short metcon if I'm already at the gym, but most often I won't. Thursday is usually a bike ride, and honestly, it's become one of my favorite training sessions because it reminds me that fitness isn't just something you practice inside a gym, it's something you get to use. Then Saturdays are simple. A long EMOM, 40 minutes, functional movements, low intensity, just enough volume to maintain capacity. Nothing fancy, but it works. The funny thing is, I don't feel like I've given up anything important. I still train consistently. I'm still strong, I'm still fit, I'm still improving. But the relationship feels different. Before, fitness was the goal. Now, fitness supports the goal. And the goal is a much bigger life than just training. I still love being athletic. I still love setting goals. I still love getting stronger. But I don't need fitness to be the center of my life anymore. And surprisingly, realizing that has made fitness more enjoyable, not less. Becoming a father didn't make fitness less important. It changed what fitness was for. Fitness used to be something I organized my life around. Now, it's something that helps me show up for the life I've built. And for this season of life, I wouldn't trade that for another 3-hour training session. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.